Today I watched the video 1.3, which is the six-figure fusion, and it was packed with information. I had to pause the video several times to absorb all information properly, and I even rewatched some parts to take notes and reflect. I already said that before, but instead of searching for new information, actually I have to find the one that really matter and never let them go. Information has value only if you remember it, because if you can't recall it, you cannot use it. And constantly searching for new information can be a form of procrastination. Then he talked about the 80-20 rule. Since childhood, I always heard people complaining about their situation, the system, the economy. They constantly complained about how life is unfair, but complaining doesn't help. Blaming the system is just an excuse to avoid the responsibility. I cannot for sure change how the entire economy and world works. You either fight something you can change or you adapt to it. You find a way out and actually use it to your advantage. Charlie also mentioned how the rich are getting richer, and it really made sense to me. Wealthy people use their money to make more money, while poor people use theirs just to consume, staying stuck in the same old cycle. I had problems with the space on my iPhone. They do not expand their knowledge, so they keep their reality limited. And they seek instant gratification because they dislike their current life, and they need something to distract them from their current situation. But they don't realize that these patterns pushing them deeper in the same problems, and they try to save money instead of using it to create more, while the economy keeps changing and getting more expensive. And because they don't create value, they just consume, they end up in the end of the entire chain. But how do I know if I will end up in a good situation or in a bad one? Well, it's actually really simple, and you can literally predict your trajectory, whether you're in a positive path or in a negative one. And it all depends on your actions. And instead of adding more positive, like most self-improvement trends suggest, the key is to remove the negative ones, because you can't make space for growth if you don't first clear up what's holding you back. And once you remove these negative actions, the next step is to stay consistent. Doing the right action once is not enough. You have to repeat them until they reinforce with each other and compound over time. And for me, these actions are doing outreach every day, reviewing the fundamentals, working on my mindset, and gaining more expertise. Just this. Everything else is bullshit. He gives you also a practical exercise at the end to identify your worst negative habit, and you have to eliminate it completely. So for me, it was between eating sugar and going to bed so late. For example, now. And I choose going to bed late because it also affects my self-esteem. I also really like how Charlie implemented these simple small tasks, because they actually help you rebuild self-trust. Because when you constantly set big goals and fail to follow through, your brain starts to believe you're unreliable. But with the small wins that you can actually complete, you begin to restore that trust in yourself. And that's actually what you need after a long time that you betrayed your own commitments.